Hello everyone, and welcome to my Saturday live. I haven't done a live in a really long time, so I figured today was great because I was actually in the middle of doing batch recording. So for any of you that are content creators, influencers, teachers, educators, if you are present on social media a lot or you create things for YouTube or training programs, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say batch recording. So I was in the middle of batch recording and I stopped and I was like, hey, why don't I jump on live and talk about some of the things that I am up to. Hopefully this week. Hopefully you had an opportunity this week to join me for the free masterclass that I was hosting. It was called Unlock Your Potential. And it was really all about identifying 10 ways that you can actually start to step into your potential around changing your mindset, around being more present in your business or your career. The masterclass also was an opportunity for me to share a new course that I have coming out, which is actually the title of today's session, New Courses and Programs. I have been on a major training hiatus for a long time because I've been transitioning in my life. And now that I am a little more settled, a little more grounded, it is an opportunity for me to bring back, because I love training, I love sharing. I don't like to hide the things that I'm doing. I think it's so important for me to share how I've navigated my career, how I have opened businesses and grown businesses, and of course, I teach meditation and I train people in meditation, so I offer meditation certifications, breathwork certifications, and the original, I offer yoga teacher training programs. So there are a couple of things that are coming back, and there are a couple of things that are brand new. One of the brand new things that I shared during the master class on Wednesday was the course called The Business of You, because you are the CEO of your life. And when I say CEO, I mean the Chief Elevating Officer. You're the one. You're the one doing it. So if you have a career that you're trying to expand in, if you are an entrepreneur, business owner, if you are a content creator and you know that you're stepping into something brand new, if you're changing careers and moving into something different and you just can't seem to get inspired, you can't really seem to identify those major skills and talents that you have and harness those in a way that are going to propel you forward, that's what this course is about. So I'm going to tell you the six modules that are part of the course. Now we have 4 live sessions for the business of you. I'm just taking a look at my notes right here. We have 4 live sessions for the business of you. During those live sessions, there'll definitely will be opportunities for Q&A. Then I also have bonus content. Now, the 6 modules that are include reshaping your thoughts, and this is all about mindset, spiritual mindset, and offering practical tips to retrain the mind and help you build more confidence. The second module is business fundamentals. So for those of you that don't know, I have an MBA. I have also owned multiple businesses. I have been a strategist as well as a capacity building trainer for a national organization, which I would actually go into nonprofits and help them completely reshape their organization. So I've worked on the nonprofit side, I've worked on the for-profit side, I've owned my own businesses, I've even worked in the music industry. I worked for EMI Record Company at one point in my life. So when it comes to business, I know a little bit. Yeah, I know a little bit. And I have an MBA. Okay, so we're going to talk business fundamentals. Now, I have this business approach that I call the HIVE philosophy. We're going to talk about that. That is my own approach to business. It's something that I've created over the years. So the only time that I've actually shared the HIVE like the beehive. The hive philosophy is when I actually did the business component inside of a Kundalini training for KRI. And so they invited me to come in to talk about business, and then I shared the hive philosophy there. The other components of the business of fundamentals are running an online as well as a brick and mortar business, building trust with your clients, and also making the business work for you and not you work for the business. Okay. The third component, the power of the P's. The power of the P's. Now, the power of the P's is all about purpose, projection, and prosperity. So the purpose of the P's is, or the component of the power of the P's is the purpose, really identifying what your purpose is. How are you going to show up and serve? How are you going to share what you are offering? And then projecting that. So it's not just enough to know and write it down and create that massive business plan and writing down your missions and your goals. But if you are not projecting the power of your business, things aren't going to happen. And then, of course, the third P is prosperity. Again, coming back to that prosperity mindset, really identifying where maybe your blocks are when it comes to the skrilla, the money. Okay. The fourth component inside of the business of you is sharing your story. So really looking at ways to tell your story, looking at what your story is, and then actually crafting that summary. So one of the things, if you guys have had or haven't had an opportunity, if you go to my personal website, faithhunter.com, I have my resume, or I have my bio on my website. And then it kind of says her story, right? That's exactly what it says. It doesn't say bio, it says her story. And then within that, I have it written in a way that kind of provides a little background in terms of the inspiration of why I stepped into the wellness arena. And then, of course, it talks about all of my approaches as well as the things that I've done over the past 2 decades, including, again, owning businesses and all the other yummy good stuff, right? Then we have number 5. Number 5 is the glow up. The glow up is about building a brand that actually matches your authentic self. Building a brand that's going to match what's in your heart and your mind. And then number 6, the 6th module is lights, camera, action. Really allowing yourself to get comfortable in front of the camera and sharing just some basic practical tips on setting your lighting up. And I mean, and I'm not a master. I'm like still learning myself, but I have definitely mastered the art of creating an atmosphere and an environment, again, that fits my brand. I shoot just about 80 to 90% of my content, especially now, inside of my home. And so I make sure that anytime I move to a new home, there's natural light. I purposely design things that I feel like match my brand. And within that, I get into the details. I know how to edit, I know how to shoot, I know how to script, and those are also the things that I'm going to share in the business of you. Now, that's the business of you. The other thing I want to share is that I'm bringing back my 300-hour yoga teacher training program. Pew, 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 pew. Yes, the 300-hour is coming back. So for all of you yoga teachers out there that are like, I want to go further in my yoga teaching journey, or I just want to expand in some area, where can I do that? I've had tons of people email me and go, I want to do 300-hour yoga teacher training with you. And now you can, because it's coming back. So in the 300-hour yoga teacher training program, that is actually going to start in July. We will have, of course, just some basic stuff, sequencing, crafting your classes based upon what is authentic. Like all of my yoga teacher training programs, I have to say, is about stepping into your own personal power. Again, going back to what I was sharing about the Business of You course, is identifying what your strengths are, what's your purpose. And so in the 300 hour, I really support teachers in identifying what their strengths are and helping them craft a plan to step into what they want to teach. We'll talk sequencing. We'll talk about holding and crafting, holding space for people. We'll do some energy work. So I, myself, as well as one of my other team members, we are both master Reiki healers. That's something I don't really talk about, but I love teaching it and sharing it with people. So inside the 300 hour program, you will get your Reiki certification. If you don't already have it, that's something else. But more than just the Reiki certification, how to fully hold space, both online as well as in person, and how to use the power within you to listen to your intuition and your guides to support you in doing the healing work. The other thing that's inside of the 300 hour teacher training program, there will be a huge Kundalini, because I'm in Kundalini, there will be a huge Kundalini module. So you'll do a nice Kundalini one-on-one, getting all of the basics around that, but being able to incorporate a lot of the Kriyas as well as meditations in your own teaching. Breathwork certification, meditation certification. So we're both doing breathwork modules, meditation, full-on meditation modules. And then we are doing, which I'm so excited about, so excited, we are doing a sound healing, a sound healing module. Now that sound healing module will of course use sound bowls, and I have someone special coming on to do that. And then I will also incorporate voice, right? So sound current from you. So learning mantras and chants that will help to invoke energy, to balance the chakras, and to support you in your teaching. Now, the beautiful part about the 300 hours that yes, it is online, but here's the kicker. The final module, which will actually end in 2024, our final module will be in person. And that final module will take place in New Orleans, Louisiana. So that means if you do my 300 hour yoga teacher training program, you'll go through all of the online stuff, everything from in-person as well as pre-recorded content, and then you will be able to join myself and my team in New Orleans. And the final module that will happen in New Orleans will be the last one I just spoke about, the sound healing. Because what better place to drop into some juiciness of sound than here in New Orleans. So we'll do the sound bowls, we'll do mantras and chants. We'll soak up some Louisiana vibrations, and it'll be perfect. So yeah, 300 hours coming back. So the final thing that I want to share around courses and training is that I am offering to a very small, limited group, and this is a very, very small, limited module, of 200 hour. Now the 200 hour will be a 200 hour yoga teacher training program with the option to go right into your 300, which will make it a full 500 program. But the 200 hour module will be a very intimate 200 hour program. I am only accepting 10 people into the 200 hour yoga teacher training program. And the reason I am only accepting 10 people is because it will be extremely intimate. It is not going to be the click your buttons, do everything online, and you may talk to your teacher 1 or 2 times. I believe that doing a 200 hour certification it's essential that you have personal attention. even if the personal attention is online, that means that I will be your mentor. And because it is an intimate program, it will take you a year. It is not a 3-month program. It is not a 4-month program. It is a full 12-month program, because you will be getting personal attention from myself as well as from my director of training, Carla Jean. And because of that personal attention that we always give in our programs, by the way, but because it is an intimate program, I am only accepting 10 people. And then once we get those 10 people, it's locked off, and then we will get started in September. Oh my God, so excited about that. So we have the Business of You that's happening. That starts in May. We have my 300-hour yoga teacher training program, which starts in July. And of course, all of that will be online. And then you will end with your final session in New Orleans, Louisiana. And then the third thing I want to announce is a 200-hour yoga teacher training program, which I am only accepting 10 people, and that starts in September. All right, there you have it, everybody. All of my major programs. Like, I always have like some small stuff happening, but if you want to do online stuff right now, if you want to just drop into some major programs right now, definitely check out the link in my bio where it says courses, and you can do any of my online courses right now. I do have Kundalini up right now, so you can do a Kundalini 101, and that is move at your own pace. There is also a breathwork move at your own pace program. There's also a meditation certification move at your own pace. And then of course there is an inversion course, move at your own pace. But know that the big babies are coming back. I'm back in full swing of doing my yoga teacher training programs as well as my business courses. And I'll repeat it once again, the Business of You. That is open to anyone. You don't have to be in the wellness industry. You can be in any industry. The Business of You starts in May. And if you want a discount code for that, hit me up in my DM. My 300-hour yoga teacher training starts in July. And our final session will be in person, which will take place in New Orleans. And then I am bringing back my 200-hour yoga teacher training program, and I'm only accepting 10 people because it will be an intimate program, and the intimate program will be merged with both online as well as in person. All right, guys, there you have it. Just wanted to provide a couple little updates, and yeah, have a beautiful day. And if you have any requests, hit me up in my DM. All right. Ciao, guys.